Okay, I am continuing my reading, and what I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around just a little bit as I move along. Right now, I am in the beginning of the Book of Joshua. Right now, this is chapter 3. So let us read. Joshua leads Israel to Jordan. The Lord cuts off the water of Jordan. It stands up as a heap, and Israel passes over on dry ground. Remember, Moses parted the Red Sea, but here's Joshua's first miracle. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim and came to Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they passed over. And it came to pass after 3 days that the officers went through the host, and they commanded the people, saying, When ye see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and the priests the Levites bearing it, then ye shall remove from your place and go after it. Yet there shall be a space between you and it, about 2,000 cubits by measure. Come not near unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go, for ye have not passed this way hithertofore. And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, Take up the ark of the covenant, and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant, and went before the people. So they're being told, they left Shittim, and they come to the borders of Jordan, and they camp. And then they're told, look, tomorrow, you're going to see miracles. And the Levites are told, pick up the ark, you're going to take that first, and everybody else is going to follow you. But not too close, mind you. Got to keep your distance. But you're saying, follow the ark because you don't know the way. Verse 9. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, Come hither, and hear the words of the Lord your God. And Joshua said, Hereby ye shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth passeth over before you into Jordan. Now therefore take you 12 men out of the tribes of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand up, and they shall stand upon an heap. And it came to pass, when the people removed from their tents to pass over Jordan, and the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as they that bear the ark were come unto Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for Jordan overfloweth at all his banks all the time of the harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood up and rose up upon an heap, very far from the city Adam, that is beside Zaratan. And those that came down towards the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed, and were cut off. And the people passed over right against Jericho. And the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the midst of Jordan. And all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all the people were passed clean over Jordan. So what's going on here? I just like this image. This image is fun. He says, okay, as soon as the priests go in, the waters are going to stop flowing on this side, and you're going to be able to cross. Now he says, pick out 12 men, one from each tribe, and we'll learn a bit more about that in the next chapter. But what happened? The priests stepped into Jordan, and suddenly all the waters on this side from the north, as it flows down, because it flows from the Sea of Galilee, or the Sea of Kinneroth, I believe was the older name for it. And I could be wrong there, though. But it flows down into the Dead Sea. So all the water coming from the north suddenly stops. And it doesn't just stop. It's like a wall, an invisible wall. And the water builds up and rises up into a heap. That's what it just starts building up and doesn't come down. And when no more water is coming down, all the water going down, all the water on the other side just flows out and is gone. Remember, in the Red Sea, it stood up on both sides because there's no flowing in the Red Sea. It's a sea, it's not moving. So you had to part the water on both sides and move it back. But with the river, you just have to affect the one side, and the other side naturally flows away. But I also note that it is on dry ground. I mean, if you just have the water stop, then you're going to have a lot of mud and slime and all. But the Israelites went on dry ground. So this wasn't just stopping the water. There was a lot more to this than just stopping the water. It had to dry the ground out. The water had to be pulled out of the ground, allowing them to cross on dry ground. It's a great visual when you think about it. It just stopped running up here, and all the rest of it just flowed away. Now, it said they had to keep a distance of 1,000 cubits, or I think it was 2,000 cubits, which is about 3,000 feet, a little over half a mile. In other words, what happened here, that was 2,000 cubits, right? Yeah, about 3,000. That's over half a mile. So the priests go in at one point, and all Israel has to cross about a half a mile south of them, because they said they can't come within 2,000 cubits of it. So the only way they can cross and stay 2,000 cubits away is if they cross a half a mile or a little over half a mile farther south than where the priests are crossing. Which makes sense, that the water just flowed away. You have nothing south of the priests. There's no water left. It's all gone because there's nothing flowing from the north. I do like that this is the second time that water is parted in the scriptures. There are two other times, but they're in the book of 2 Kings, so we won't be reading about them for a while. Now, of course, there was, the brother of Jared and Enoch are both described as turning rivers out of their course, but it's not quite the same as parting water. So I will be leaving that here. I will see you in the next one.